Once upon a time, in ancient India, there was a small village with lush green forests and flowing rivers. The villagers lived simple lives, following the teachings of their ancestors and the wise sages who had passed down their knowledge through generations. In this village, there was a legend that spoke of a miraculous plant hidden deep within the forest. This plant was said to hold the cure for death itself. Whoever consumed its leaves would become immortal, free from the cycle of birth and rebirth. Many brave souls had ventured into the forest in search of this plant, but none had ever returned. The dense foliage and treacherous terrain made it a perilous journey, and only the most determined would dare to seek out the legendary plant. One day, a young man named Arjun heard the tale of the immortal plant. He was a kind and thoughtful soul, always looking for ways to help his fellow villagers. Determined to find the plant and bring its miraculous cure back to his village, Arjun set out into the forest. For days, Arjun wandered through the dense undergrowth, facing dangers at every turn. He battled fierce animals, crossed raging rivers, and climbed steep cliffs, never once giving up hope. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity, he stumbled upon a clearing deep within the forest. There, in the center of the clearing, stood the legendary plant. Its leaves shimmered in the sunlight, casting a magical glow around it. Arjun approached the plant with reverence, knowing that he had finally found what he had been searching for. Carefully, Arjun plucked a leaf from the plant and placed it in his mouth. As soon as he did, he felt a surge of energy coursing through his body. He knew that he had become immortal, free from the fear of death. Filled with joy, Arjun made his way back to the village, carrying the miraculous plant with him. When he arrived, he shared the plant's leaves with his fellow villagers, offering them the same gift of immortality that he had received. From that day on, the village prospered, its people living in peace and harmony for eternity. And though the legend of the immortal plant faded into obscurity, the memory of Arjun's brave quest lived on, inspiring future generations to seek out their own paths to enlightenment.